Türkiye in 2026 starts mass production of Kizilelma combat drones for Turkish Armed Forces. Baykar technology leader Selcuk Bayraktar announced the Kizilelma unmanned combat aircraft has entered low-rate serial production with Turkish Armed Forces deployment targeted for 2026, while confirming Turkey's comprehensive Steel Dome air defense system will be operational by 2030. Speaking on Turkish media outlet NTV's special broadcast on Wednesday at Istanbul Ataturk Airport, Bayraktar, who serves as Teknofest Management Board chairman, provided extensive assessments on the future of Turkish defense industry capabilities. Kizilelma is currently in low-rate serial production, Bayraktar stated. We made the first flight approximately 1 year before we promised the nation in December 2022. That was the first prototype, he noted. He detailed the aircraft's development process. Kizilelma was then rebuilt. All internal structures changed. We developed and produced the final producible prototype, and it entered the production phase. Tests are currently ongoing. The target is to deliver it to the Turkish Armed Forces infantry in 2026. Bayraktar positioned Kizilelma as transformative for aerial warfare. Kizilelma is the future of aviation combat. Fifth-generation aircraft will be the last manned combat aircraft. Just as Turkish armies won wars with UAVs in Karabakh in a way nobody expected, creating a paradigm shift, Kizilelma will make a similar transformation in air combat. The unmanned combat aircraft eliminates all negatives arising from the human factor. It creates air power not as a sixth generation but as a completely different element, he explained. Since there's no human, elements like training costs, physiological limits, and pilot risk are eliminated. Since humans are the system's most valuable element, unmanned aircraft like Kizilelma can be used in situations where we don't want to risk pilots, Bayraktar noted. It's possible for Kizilelma to take off from TCG Anadolu, but landing requires modification, Bayraktar clarified. Our Navy is currently building a larger ship. It's in the design phase now. That ship will have arresting cables. The current design allows Kizilelma to take off from the ship, but it cannot land because the arresting system doesn't exist on TCG Anadolu and wasn't planned for this ship, he noted. Bayraktar TB3 became the first UAV capable of taking off and landing on short runway ships. It did this automatically, and recently completed its 200th sortie, Bayraktar reported. It was tested in very different conditions. In fact, in front of delegations from 42 countries, 2 of them took off consecutively and each dropped 2 munitions on targets. Military attachés from 42 countries witnessed a historical first. We opened the doors of national naval aviation with a brand new concept, he added. Bayraktar TB3 entered the Turkish Armed Forces infantry, the Land Forces infantry. The land-based version was recently delivered to infantry. Compared to TB2, it has a greater munition carrying capacity and reaches higher altitudes. It's much more advanced, with a domestic engine made by TEI. In fact, it's the world's best aviation engine made in that class. It's now flying with our own engine, Bayraktar added. One of the major differences is having more payload capacity. It has an advanced turbo diesel engine. It has the capability to take off and land on short runway ships, with special aerodynamics. All its systems are much more modern. Its altitude ceiling is higher than TB2. Its endurance is longer, he noted.